Hi everyone, welcome back to Coding Hives. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem number 485, that is max consecutive ones. So here the problem is you are given a list of binary numbers, which means it only contains zeros and ones. Okay, so you need to find the maximum number of consecutive ones in that array. Clear? So we just need to count how many ones appear in a row without any zero in between, and we need to find the biggest such number. Okay, so here the example nums equal to 11011, right? So first here the count is 2, right? Like consecutive one count is 2, right? So after the 1 that is a 0, so we will count this also. Here this is 3 and this is 2, so which is the biggest one? That is 3, right? So here the output is 3. Here in this example, you can see first one appear one time. So here the count is 1. After that there is a 0. Okay. So we need to again count this. This is 2, right? And here 1. So we need to find which one is bigger. I mean here 1, 2, 1. So the output is 2. So here our goal is to find the maximum number of ones that appear in a row without being interrupted by 0. Say you are holding a counter in your hand. So every time you see a 1, you can increment the counter. But the moment you see a 0, you need to reset the counter. At the same time, you will keep another variable to remember the best score. Okay. So that is the logic we are going to implement here. So we will start from this first one, right? So initially I told we have a count with a 0. Whenever we are for reaching a number 1, we will increment it by 1. So now count is 1, right? Next, I am going for the next number, that is also a 1, so that we will increment the counter. So here the value count is 2, right? Next number is 0. That means we need to reset the count to 0. Okay. So I will reset the count to 0 here. Next number is 1. That means we need to increment the counter. So this is 0 plus 1. Next is also a 1. So we need to increment the counter again with 1. Next is also 1. So we need to increment the counter with a 1. So here we got 3, right? So next I told we will store this in some variable. Like we need to find the maximum, right? So maximum of 2 and 3, the answer is 3, right? So this logic works for any list of zeros and ones, no matter how long. Okay. So here we use a counter for current one streak. Then we reset when we see a 0. We update the maximum when needed. So here the time complexity is to the list only one time, right? Because of that, the time complexity will be order of n. Here we are not using any extra space. So the space complexity is order of 1. Clear? Now we will try to code this. So here I told we will store the maximum value in a variable, right? So initially I will create a variable like max count is equal to 0. Okay. And also we need to have the current count, right? So here current count equal to 0. This current count means this one. Okay. This count. Okay. And we need to iterate through the list, right? So I can write for num in nums. Okay, this will iterate for each element. Now we need to check if this number is equal to 1. If that 1 means we need to increase the count. Here if it is 1, we will increase the count, right? So we need to do current count plus equal to 1. Okay. And also we need to do one thing. We need to update the max count. Like max count equal to, we need to find maximum of max count comma this current count. Okay. So now max count will be having the maximum count. Otherwise, I mean if it is not 1, that means that is a 0. 0 means we need to reset the current count, right? So I can write current count equal to 0. Clear? Then we can simply return this max count. Okay. Now we will try to run this code. Submit. Now, if you are confident with Python, I will show you one smart one-liner using join and split. Instead of this line of code, we can write the same thing in one line of code. I will show that also. We can write like return max of map of I will explain it. Join then map tr comma nums dot split. We need to split to 0, right? 0. I will explain this code with an example. Here, we want to find the longest group of ones in the row. Okay. So first we are using a map to convert each number in the list into a string. Okay. I mean a list of map of str comma num. This one. Next we are doing a list of map of str comma nums. That means we are getting the output as a like each number is considered as a string. Okay, here like this we are getting, okay, 1 1, then 0, then 1, then 3 ones, right? Okay, so first step this one, that is list of map of str comma nums. So this will convert each number in the list into a string. Okay, why we are doing this? Because we want to join them into a single string nest. Okay, so next we are using a join, right? That is this one, like this one, join. So this one, what it is doing is this will join all together like 1 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, this is the use of this code. So now we have a one string like 11011. Okay. So next what I'm going to do is I will split. So that is a third step, like a split of 0. Okay. So that means whenever a 0 is there, we need to split that. Okay. So here it will split like this, like 1 1 comma then 1 1. Okay. So this is the output of this split of 0. So 1 1 is the first block of consecutive ones and 1 1 1 is the second block of consecutive ones. Okay. Next step is map length. Okay. That means now we want to find the length of each block. I mean we have two blocks, right? So we need to find the length of each block. So our output will be something like 2 comma 3. Okay. I mean first block we got 2 ones and second block we got 3 ones. Now we need to take the maximum of those lengths. Okay. So that is the next step. That is max of 2 comma 3. So the output is 3, right? So that is the maximum number of consecutive ones of this input. Clear? Heavily uses Python string methods and functional programming tools like map and split. But here the time complexity is same as the before, like the brute force approach order of n, because we will still go through the entire list only one time, right? But space complexity is order of n because we create some temporary strings and lists. This method is fun, but in interviews, I think it is better to use the loop method. It is more readable and language independent. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.